little something like this. I love this drop. What's up, guys? I'm here today to talk about the Sony 12 to 24. We've been waiting for this lens for so long, and who's gonna get it? By the way, I'm sorry, my light, I'm trying to get it turned on, but it's not working at all. Of course, when I want to use it, that's when it's not working. I just can't turn it on. So I hope this is all good. So yeah, I'm here to talk about the 12 to 24. If you are a professional and you don't think you need knowledge from anybody, feel free to turn this off because I don't have it. I wish I did. I wish Sony gave me one. It would have been awesome to use around here in Japan. By the way, yes, I am in Japan, so there's one room. There is a shower right here. I don't have like my huge apartment or something like that, mansion like in New York City because I'm poor like that. So, this right here, my baby. Mwah. I love this bad boy. So focus already. There we go. Wait. Focus. Okay, cool. Yeah, this thing, absolute beast. 16 to 35 millimeter G Master. I love this. I'm gonna start off by saying I photograph everything, like whether it be nature, wildlife, even birds. I don't really like birds as much to photograph, but I've done it all. Real estate, product photography, any kind of like video work, event video work, pretty much like a lot of different stuff. I've done hotel shoots, you name it, I've done something of that sort. So I would say that my photography is not just specifically for like astrophotography. It's not specifically portrait photography or product shoots. I like to do a lot of stuff. So that being said, have I ever had an issue with using this 16 to 35? Sometimes I wish I had like a 14 millimeter. That would be absolutely ideal for astrophotography, but I've never been like, damn, I really need to sell this and get a different lens. I've never felt like that ever in my life. So this being my main wide angle lens that I use, I have 5 lenses, and this thing comes out every time I need like a 16 millimeter wide angle lens. I don't know what I'd need a 12 millimeter for. Is it worth it to pay an extra $3,000 to get an extra 4 millimeter reach? You decide. I mean, and I'm here to help you decide because there's going to be people who will be hitting me and bashing me in the comment section. There's people doing that all the time on Facebook and Instagram. And they're like, yeah, 4 millimeters is a huge difference. Huge. Which it is. But in real life, will you be using it that much? Like that extra 4 millimeter? Like, you don't want to be doing astrophotography or real estate. I love shooting real estate, but with the 16 millimeter. If you go any wider, there's going to be too much distortion. Like 14 is ideal for astro, but 16 millimeter works great. And I could still get those nice panos with my 35 millimeter Sigma 1.2, which is filming right now. That's why the bokeh behind me is extremely creamy. I freaking love it. I love videoing with this lens. It's obviously the autofocus on it is, come on. It's not as fast as like a Sony G Master, but it's still really good and it's great for video. So I really love that lens. And that's like perfect for doing like a pano at night because it's 1.2. It's beautiful. But again, I've never been like, I really wish Sony came out with a different lens for this. I'm kind of more on the opposite spectrum. I wish Sony would come out with like a more compact 200 to 600, or even if they're doing something like 200 to 800 and made it smaller than the 200 to 600. That's where Sony needs to be focusing on. Not these wide angle lenses that Sigma has already covered. They've already covered it with the G lens. A lot of people don't need that 2.8 and they just want 4. Me personally, I will never buy a lens that's 4. So yeah, there's going to be other people out like me out there who want that 12 millimeter. But really, what are you going to be doing with a 12 millimeter that you wouldn't do with a 16? There's going to be people, again, who are going to be like, I need that 12 millimeter. Well, then go right at it, go get it. But can you tell me honestly, $3,000, is that 12 millimeter going to be worth it, or could you just get a prime for that one or two instances where you actually need that 12 millimeter? Like, I'm all about buying good lenses and getting the value out of it, but why would you go ahead and pay that much for that? Like, I just don't see the value into it. There's tons of value in this. I'm always using the 35 millimeter or the 16, and I only put it on when I need the 16 millimeter. If I'm videoing with this lens, I've got all video ranges like enabled there. So if I'm shooting real estate, I have 16 millimeter on this. If I'm shooting a music video, I can put it up to 35 millimeter and then crop this bad boy to like 53 millimeter. And so many productions are filmed at around 50 millimeter, 55 millimeter, as well as 35 and a 16 or 24. I really like the look of a 16, depends on what you're trying to get. 24 is also beautiful, like people use the 24 millimeter 1.4. But this thing covers like all ranges for video. This is like a one-stop lens. You don't need that 24 or 12 to 24. I'm here to tell you that. Like, I just don't see the value in it. The 16 to 35 is plenty good. If you absolutely need that 12 millimeter range, just go get a prime. Don't bother buying the 12 to 24. It's not going to be it's not going to go well for like your money wise. Stretch your money farther. That's what I say. Like, I love G Masters. I love arts, Sigma arts. Wedding photography. Wedding photography is probably the only thing I haven't gotten into, so I can't really talk about that. But when I do, this bad boy's coming out. The nice 70 to 200. This is going for all my wedding gigs. But I'm going off a little off topic here, but I just wanted to explain to you that I have done a lot of photography, and I can speak on the matter of the 12 to 24 Sony G Master lens, which, like I said, I don't see the value in it. I don't see it at all, especially when they already have a 12 to 24 G lens, and they already have, and if you're doing astrophotography or you're doing real estate, that's gonna be on a tripod anyways. So you really don't need that 2.8. The reason why you get a lens for 2.8 is so that you can shoot a better bokeh as well as doing well in low light settings. Anytime you want a lower, more wide open aperture, you want to shoot darker settings. So yes, you want 2.8 or less for doing astro, but really you don't need to spend all that extra thousands of dollars extra for that 2.8 12 to 24, especially when Sigma has a 14 to 24. And 14, like I said, is a sweet spot for astro, and I love doing astrophotography. So again, I don't see the value in it. If you guys liked my review of it, even though I don't have it here, I would appreciate if you like, subscribe, comment below, tell me what to work on. Again, I'm sorry I'm not in some fancy studio over here, but I hope you like the video. See ya.